Welcome to my channel. Now, say it ain't so. Now, we're, witnessing the end of an era. We're witnessing the end of a political party that's unraveling before our very eyes. And I got a few videos I'm gonna share with you today and give some commentary, but all good things come to an end. And if your foundation is not solidified, if your foundation is not solid, then you will find yourself in a situation trying to rebrand yourself every decade, every season. But right now, hey, Willie Lynch said, we can do this for hundreds, if not thousands of years, unless a phenomenon happened. And the phenomenon is social media. This phenomenon is the internet. I appreciate my new followers and subscribers. One of the best comments last week is said, I like your channel. It's better than watching the news. I appreciate that because we have an opportunity to tell the truth and shame the devil. Okay. In 2026, number 6 is equality. And we're going to bridge the gap this year because we're only in the 3rd month of March. And a lot of these things are coming into fruition. And a lot of these videos are exposing some deep, dark secrets. And the Epstein files, the Transparency Act, or the Epstein Transparency Act, basically forced social media organizations to not shadow ban, to not block information, to not, do the mis and the disinformation unless it's not true. Okay, because the last video, I'm going to show 3 videos and I'm going to react to them off my social media page that hit my timeline. And the last one, I'm going to do a challenge. Okay, I'm going to challenge, if the video is not real, if it's not authentic, if there's no truth to it, I'm suggesting, and I already reported it, okay, for them to take it down. Okay, because if it's not true, they have to take it down. That's going to be the final video. But right now, we got to talk about it because Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison, is in very hot boiling water right now with the Somali scam, dealing with the Somalis. And they had to last week speak with Congress, and it didn't go well. But I saw, I was just going through my timeline, it's off the record today. And these videos popped up and I'm sitting back saying, like, wait a minute. Is the internet or the algorithm exposing the truth to get rid of the Democratic Party? Okay, so no further ado, let's get at it. Welcome to my channel. Make sure you hit that like, notification, subscription. But I got to show this because I saw this video on my Instagram, and it is let me see here. A Minnesota lawmaker exposes a satanic display thanking Governor Tim Walz. A satanic display thanking Governor Tim Walz in the state capitol. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Just, and I'm going to go ahead and play the video. I'm not going to say, watch this. I got you. But watch it. Okay. And I'm sitting back saying, like, wow. I remember, the Democratic Party was, the churches and the black church and we shall overcome and all of that. But right now, the, satanic display thanking Governor Tim Walz is on display at the state capitol. So where you black teachers, you black preachers and you Negro leaders, where y'all at? Because if you are a man of God, a pastor, a leader of the clergy, how can you associate yourself with a political party that basically has, is a Democratic satanic organization? Check this out and watch this.
This is Representative Pam Altendorf coming live at you from the Minnesota State Capitol. I am on the ground floor, and as I was leaving my committee meeting today here earlier, I noticed that there is a new display here at the State Capitol, and it's for Governor Walz. It's right here on display. So let me see. I guess I can't flip my phone, but I'll see if I can show it to you. So this is what we have here, everyone. Let me read it to you. The Democratic Coalition of Satan Worshippers thanks Governor Tim Walz for not standing in the way of spreading Satanism in the state capitol building. Satan has a special place for you. That's right, everyone. So the Democratic Coalition of Satan Worshipers, they have given some sort of plaque here to Governor Tim Walz. So let me be the first, I guess, to congratulate Governor Tim Walz for this very special award that has come from the Satan worshipers here in the Minnesota State Capitol. Yes, everyone, this is true. I am live, not making this up. You can't make this up. I don't know what else to say. I would think if you're Governor Tim Walz, you could choose not to have up this plaque. I don't know why a governor of a state would want this plaque, but there is. Let me show you. Here we are, live at the state capitol, and the Satan worshipers have thanked Governor Tim Walz. And let me repeat this. The last line says, "Satan has a special place for you." I'm speechless.
That's crazy. So if the Satan worshipers are Democratic, then that vote blue no matter who. I'm with her. No, you're with Satan. Okay. And some others say Satan. Okay. So just let that sink in. I'm going to play it, again, because a lot of my followers and subscribers, they wanted to watch it completely. But I'm going to go ahead and play it again, and I'm going to break it down and comment on it. But what's your thoughts about that? Put it in the comments. Let's have this conversation, because the court of public opinion is real. Now, you have a satanic branch of the Democratic Party. Now we know why they can steal money. Now we know why Hakeem Jeffries can get his high yellow green-eyed self on television and just lie through his teeth, because they support the devil. Just like she says she's speechless. It's rare that I'm speechless, but I'm trying to find words to say, because I can only go to the word. And the Satan tried to offer, Jesus the world, but what did he do? He rebuked him. He rebuked him 3 times. So we got to rebuke the devil. Okay. Satan, the Lord, rebuke you in the name of Jesus. We got to rebuke the devil and tell the truth and shame the devil. And any of these individuals or these organizations that, are pushing an agenda and a narrative, at least they have to know the truth so they can make a wise choice. Okay. Because one thing that we have as being humans, would separate us from the animals, is that, we have choice, the freedom to choose. So I'm putting this out here, not to judge you, but for you to really understand, because maybe you don't know what you're doing, because God's people shall not perish due to the lack of knowledge. And God always gives us a way of escape. And this is your way of escape. So I'm going to play it again, but I'm going to pause it. Okay. And try to comment and, find some things to say in the midst of. So here it is again, a satanic display thanking Governor Tim Walz. Wow. Now we know where all that money, they don't have no remorse in terms of stealing money and giving it to the Somali pirates.
This is Representative Pam Altendorf coming live at you from the Minnesota State Capitol.
And this is a Democrat.
I am on the ground floor, and as I was leaving my committee meeting today here earlier, I noticed that there is a new display here.
A new display
at the State Capitol, and it's for Governor Walz. It's right.
A new display at the State Capitol, and it's for Governor Tim Walz. Come on.
It's here on display. So let me see. I guess I can't flip my phone, but I'll see if I can show it to you. So this is what we have
here. It is right
here.
there.
Everyone, let me read it to you. The Democratic Coalition of Satan Worshipers.
The Democratic Coalition of Satan Worshipers. I'm going to write that down. The Democratic Coalition of Devil Worshipers. The Democratic Coalition of Devil Worshipers. Now I know why we haven't heard or seen from the Congressional Black Caucus, because the devil worshipers has replaced them. Okay. And I got smoke for the Democratic Party, because that's in-house. A lot of my friends and family members were, why you don't say nothing about the Republicans? Because I don't know no MAGA Republicans. I'm from South Central Los Angeles, went away to school and couldn't wait to get back to my community, because I'm have to be a difference maker in my own community. And I don't know no MAGAs. I only know, my people. Okay. And we supposed to be religious. We supposed to believe in God. And, we're siding with the Satan, with the devil worshiper caucus of the Democratic Party. Maybe you didn't know. Maybe you didn't know that there was a satanic caucus in the Democratic Party, because if you know, now that you do know, now here's your way of escape, because there's no way you should be associated with that. Okay. And then I'll hear you. Well, what about the Republicans? What about them? It's not about them right now. The Democrats is in the hot seat. The party is over, and they have a satanic branch of the Democratic Party, according to this legislator who's speaking in this video right now.
Thanks, Governor Tim Walz, for not standing in the way of spreading Satanism in the state capitol building.
They're thanking Governor Tim Walz for not standing in the way of spreading satanic. Wow, that's crazy.
Satan has a special place for you.
She didn't say Jesus have a special place for you. She said Satan, aka Satan, has a very special place for you. Wow. Now we know why he was selected as the VP for Harris. Now we know why there's billions upon billions of dollars being stolen from, Americans, from FBAs, foundational Black Americans, why there's no reparations conversations, because Satan has a special place for Tim Walz. So are they devil worshipers? Are they? You could deem them guilty by association, but I know without shadow of a doubt, some of you spiritual and you church leaders and you pastors, repentance is the next move for you, because maybe you did not know, because the devil played y'all like he played Eve and Adam. Okay, so let's have this conversation, and I'm gonna go ahead and let play the remainder of the video, and I'm gonna comment on it, and I'm reacting. Okay, if you want to watch the video, you go find it on the internet. I already played it through its entirety, and right now I'm reacting to the content.
That's right, everyone. So the Democratic Coalition of Satan Worshipers.
The Democratic Coalition of Satan Worshipers. The Democratic Coalition of Satan Worshipers. Wow. You Black Democrats, y'all better jump ship right now, or you're going to go to hell with the Democratic Coalition of Satan Worshipers. And basically on earth as it is in heaven. So basically you have a choice to dwell in heavenly places or to continue in the hell that you in right now.
They have given some sort of plaque here to Governor Tim Walz.
Tim Walz
so let me
is down with the Satan worshipers.
To congratulate.
And he almost was the vice president of the United States. And with Harris going on record talking about, I told Nick, we are so happy you didn't make it. Okay. Because our vice president is a Satan worshiper, or he's embracing the coalition of Democratic Satan worshipers. And what does that say about you, Kamala? Think about it.
Governor Tim Walz, for this very special award that has come from the Satan worshipers here in the Minnesota State Capitol.
That's crazy.
Yes, everyone, this is true. I am live, not making this up.
Wow.
You can't make this up. I don't know what else to
Speechless.
say. I would think if you're Governor Tim Walz, you could choose not to have up this plaque.
He didn't have to put that up.
I don't know why a governor of a state would want this plaque, but
unless he's a Satan worshiper as well. Think about it. Guilty by association. So if you vote in blue, no matter who, if you associate with the Democratic Party, you have a Satan worshiper coalition. Okay. Think about that. You better jump ship, because like I said, what would Jesus do? What did he do? He didn't come to change the scribe or the Pharisees. He remained independent. So jump off that ship and be a part of the remnant, because we're establishing an independent body outside of the two-party system. But it seems as though the algorithm has switched up and it's out to destroy the Democratic Party.
There he is. Let me show you. Here we are live at the state Capitol.
Live at the state capitol.
The Satan worshipers.
Satan worshipers.
Thanked Governor Tim Walz. And let me repeat this.
Wow.
The last line says, Satan has a special place for you. I'm speechless.
and it's something that's guaranteed. Satan has a special place for you too, as well. And I'm trying to see.
This is Representative Pam.
Okay, and you can find that video on what is that? Okay, Our True God on Instagram. Okay, and we're going to just continue. We're going to jump into it. So that's the Democratic Party, and this right here is the reason I like white people. The reason I like white people, because they're fearless. Okay. And this is, exposing the Democrats as well, because the Satan worshipers. And now we're going to see, a little issue with some conservatives and a trans male. So we're going to just watch this exchange. Let me see here. Blow that up a little bit. Let's go.
Sir, what do we think of Nick Fuentes? What pronouns are she, hers? Sir, what do you think of Nick Fuentes?
She or hers means I'm a woman. Every time you say sir is a felony in the United States of America, California, where we live. It is. You need to look it up. You need to read. It literally is. You need
this
to
is why I like white people.
Read to you. Find someone who can read what that means. It actually is.
Sir, that is not a felony. Not a felony.
You're wrong and dangerous wrong.
Why is it dangerous because wrong?
Pronoun abuse in the crime, stupid. In your career, whatever the fuck you think you are.
Woo!
Thank you, sir. We love the support from the trans community.
That last support?
There's Santa Monica.
Sir, we can't hear you.
Have a nice day, sir. Felony 1, felony 1.
Wow.
Anybody else want to commit a serious hate crime?
Call the cops then, sir.
California.
911.
California. You can never be doing what you're doing at all.
Then do it. Call the cops then if it's a felony.
You look stupid.
We misgendered them. Sir, what?
So that's a trans male. He called him sir, and he's mad because he didn't use the proper pronoun. But I would have to assume that anyone who believes in God, understands that God made male, he made female. That's it. There's no room for another conversation unless you are part of the devil worshipers, unless you are part of the Democratic Satan organization, unless you are part of an operation who is anti-God and anti-humanity as well as anti-American. Because like I said, I can only go by the blueprint that I, follow, and that's the Bible. God made male, he made female. And I'm not saying no one's sin is better than the next individual. But what I am saying is there has to be a stand up for righteousness versus unrighteousness. And we just got through a season and a time where unrighteousness was just doing its thing. And now, it's a bait and switch. It's like they set you up, come out the closet, turn the light on, and now that you're forced to run back into the closet. Live your life. Just don't put your beliefs on somebody else, and please leave the children alone. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this again, and I'm gonna probably, just clip it and pause it and comment on it. But this is crazy. You just looked at, the Satan Democratic branch of the party, and then now you got the trans, the LBG, the LTQ, elemental P, the same sex, and one thing that, the word does say about, men sleeping with men is a detestable act, which is another term for an abomination. Okay. Now, you could be a pimp, you could have a gang of females, whatever, but if a man and woman can't sustain from having sex, they might as well marry, because it's better to marry than to burn. So there's an out, for the heterosexual, but where's the out for the male or the man or the male who does things like this? This is why the Satan organization is making it possible, because now that you're a Democrat, you don't have to believe in Jesus. Go ahead and believe in, join the the Satanist branch of the Democratic Party. This is crazy.
What do we think of Nick Fuentes? What pronouns are she, hers? Sir.
He said, my pronoun is she, hers.
Sir, what do you think of Nick Fuentes?
He said, sir.
She or hers means I'm a woman.
Yes.
She or her means I'm a woman. If you got a pecker, you're not a woman. And like I said, to the children, I'm going to start doing Mr. Glover's Neighborhood. And one of the first episodes, we're going to break that thing down. Little kids, if you got an Audi or a Pecker, you're a boy. If you got an any, you're a little girl. That's it. That's all. No room for another conversation on that unless they are Satan worshipers and all of that. And they want you to go to hell with them because misery truly loves company.
You say sir is a felony in the
He said, if you say sir, it's a felony. Man, if you don't.
United States of America, California, wherever you live. It is. You need to look it up. You need to.
But you see how fearless he is? This is why I like white people. Because black people, we so scared. They won't even post on the internet. I know brothers like will have a sidebar conversation with me. Hey man, you be posting stuff on the internet about Trump. You not scared that they gonna cancel you? Man, I could care less about them demons. I could care less about these Satan worshipers, these non-believers. Because if you don't have anything to stand on, you'll fall for anything. And one thing I'm gonna stand on is righteousness in 2026. Because the devil is a lie. And Willie Lynch said we could do this for hundreds, if not thousands of years, unless a phenomenon happened. And you're looking at a phenomenon right now because you got an option to watch regular news to program you, or you could watch some real and learn and make your own educated decision to whether you want to be with the Democratic Party, who has an open branch and has a plaque in the state capitol in Minnesota, which was, the governor was a former VP candidate, and he placed a plaque and they thanked him. The Satan worshipers of the Democratic Party. That's crazy. But let's go ahead and continue with this.
It literally is. You need to have it read to you. Find someone who can read what that means. It actually is.
Sir, that is not a felony.
Sir.
Not a felony.
See the fearless?
And dangerous wrong.
See the fearlessness?
Why is it dangerous?
I love it. Fearless. Uh-huh.
In your career, whatever the fuck you think you are.
Thank you, sir.
The man is coming out
from the trans community.
That last support?
What? Sir, we can't hear you.
How can I say, sir?
Exactly. What you gonna do?
Felony one. Anybody else want to
What you gonna do?
Call the cops then, sir.
California.
911.
You can never be doing what you're doing at all.
Then do it. Call the cops then if it's a felony.
Wow.
We misgendered this. Sir.
So, like I said, fearless. Okay. And that's one thing that we need in the black community is to grow some. Because Dr. Joy DeGruy wrote a book called Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. And we suffer from a mental illness thinking that we can't stand up for righteousness because we don't want to offend anybody. But we've been offended our whole lives. OK, so how are we going to change the trajectory of our lives if we don't stand on, principles, on values, on morals? Because when you talk about about the Bible, the tribe of Judah, we're the people that's supposed to be really truly standing on righteousness and enforcing it as well. To my understanding, Jesus put a whip together and he got to beating on some people. And then there's another occasion where he went into the synagogue, they was selling everything but the gospel, and he flipped the tables over. So where's those people? We say we're the chosen ones, but somehow we don't stand up and do what we're supposed to do or we're called to do. OK, but we'll be a part of a political party that has a LBGTQ elemental P society, as well as a Satan branch. The Congressional Black Caucus is gone dormant. OK, I've been looking for the, HR 40 to be introduced. It's been introduced since 1987, but it looks like the independent body is going to have to do the introduction and come up with a plan and move forward because the Democratic Party don't love us. They sacrificed us with the crime bill. They locked us up and they still want to do that to this day. So if we're going to move and get to, a better place, and then you're watching this on A Better Black America, which means if Black America get their act together, the world would be a much better place. It's a place where we seek solutions and resolutions. So we're not hiding behind the party of slavery, the party of the KKK, the party of Jim Crow, the party that worked with the federal government to destroy, any financial infrastructure that we had, namely the most notable one is Black Wall Street in Oklahoma. We're going to be talking about the Trail of Tears moving forward. We're going to be talking about how Barack Obama basically changed birth certificates because he wanted to basically change us and not for us to not know that we were connected, to the United States before Columbus. OK, because this book right here, Before the Mayflower, confirmed that Negro right there, confirmed through Chat GPT, Gemini, and all of that. Man, it was 20s of millions of black Native Americans. And more importantly, the 5 black Negro tribes in the South that got marched out of the South. But we'll be talking about that. But just to stay on point, I got one more to show you. And let me see here. And this is a brother on campus having an issue with a white female, a liberal. So what I'm saying is we're exposing, this party. OK, and I just got another one. I'm going to show that one as well. But we're exposing this party for what it is. This party has no place for the black man. And this party have no place for anybody that believes in God. OK, because they have a satanic branch of the Democratic Party and all this Epstein files and all that. Epstein was a major contributor and he was a lefty. He was with them. He funded the operation. He was the boss. He called the shots. He picked, cabinet members, all of that. That's why they unalived him. OK, and you show me some different data in terms of him investing in the Republicans or working with Republicans. But in a sense, that Jeffrey Epstein, a lot of people are being hurt by it. But Jeffrey Epstein called the shots. He was one of the, largest, most influential individuals in the Democratic Party. And whatever he was up to, they was up to. And it's getting to a point where, the algorithm is attacking the party because these videos are coming up on my timeline and, I'm going to share them. And, if there's issues with the video, then go to the channel that basically put this out there because you got millions upon millions of people that have seen this video. So this is a brother on the college campus having an issue with this female because he called a man when assumingly his pronoun is something different. Look at this exchange.
That's a born man.
Shut up!
That's a born male. You're a born woman.
Fucking shut up!
That's a born one.
Shut the fuck up! Hey!
Whoa.
No, you don't say that.
I do say that.
No, you don't.
He was born a man. He's a man.
Shut the fuck up!
Hey,
Chill. Then get the fuck out of here! You're just trying to be fucking.
This on the internet. It's not my page.
Get the fuck out!
God loves you. That doesn't
What?
scare me. Keep on walking. Hurry along. I'm gonna keep telling the truth. It isn't born.
Fuck out!
He's not scared of her.
Her hit won't hurt anyway.
Her hit won't hurt anyway.
Get out! Go!
Down, demon.
Go!
In Jesus' name.
Go! Get out!
Wow, he's trying to rebuke her.
I go here. I'm not leaving.
And come to find
I
out,
fucking will, actually.
Go for it. We got it all on camera too. That's a born male. You're a born woman.
Fucking shut up!
What's a woman?
There's no such thing. There's no such thing. There's no such thing.
that's crazy. That's crazy. So what I'm saying is, you see how, we started out with the Satan plaque. So you have to be, you have to have some type of psychological issue or literally possessed by the spirit of the devil to feel like you have to defend unrighteousness. Not saying, that human being has a right to live his life. But look how this white, liberal, Democratic female, okay, look at the aggression. And I'm sure she called him a nigger. She didn't say it to his face, but I'm sure behind the scenes she didn't said it, because he's standing on righteousness. And when you stand on righteousness, you see how cool, calm, and collective the brother is. But then the female, she's irate. So when you're wrong and you're wrong, you gotta, do the extra, because it's like, if you know the truth and somebody say you're lying and you say, okay, whatever, you believe what you want to believe. But if you lying too, you will, waste your time trying to convince an individual of the lie. Okay. But look how sad this is. And my spirit is telling me to show the next video, but let's watch this one. And then I got one for you, man, that broke my heart. And like I aforementioned at the beginning of the show, that it has to be fake. And I'm going to give it, 48 hours to be taken down. And that's the video after this one. But let's go ahead and watch this one more time and just look how this liberal white female attacks this black man because of he either heterosexual or he just standing on righteousness. And this is what I'm saying. There is no place in the Democratic Party for black Americans, more importantly, foundational black Americans, as well as Christians, white, brown, green, it don't matter. Evangelicals, it don't matter. This party is the party of the devil. And watch this.
It's a born man.
Shut up!
That's a born male. You're a born woman.
Fucking shut up!
Wow.
That's a born one.
Shut the fuck up! Hey!
Hey,
Whoa.
no,
You don't say that.
Wow.
I do say that.
No, you don't.
He was born a man. He's a man.
Shut the fuck up!
Hey,
chill.
Then get the fuck out of here! You're just trying to be
It's a public property.
Shut the fuck up!
Hey, you're very bad.
Wow. Who is she?
God loves you. That doesn't scare me.
Who is she?
Keep on walking very along. I'm gonna keep telling the truth. It isn't
A
born.
liberal.
Hey, that's my sister. I'm not. Hey.
They call these Karens, but he said, her if she hits me, it's not even going to hurt. But they call her, these type of females Karens. But it looked like the black female over there waiting for her to do something to react. But this is what you call a Karen, and all Karens are Democrats. Okay, think about it.
Her hit won't hurt anyway. But that's a born man. He's born.
Shut up!
Wow.
Get out!
Hope she took some breath mints.
Go! Jesus' name.
Go! Get out!
Silence.
He trying to rebuke her in Jesus' name.
No, I go here. I'm not leaving.
They ain't even
I'll
working.
hand the security if you'd
I
like.
fucking will, actually.
Go for it. We got it all on camera too. That's a born male.
Born male.
Fucking shut up!
Why is she triggered when he says a born male? That's strange to me. Put it in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing. There's no such thing.
Man, so that's crazy. So this video, I gotta show it. And you can find that on, let me see here, Soldier for Christ, and that's double T. Soldier, the number 4, Christ with a double T, CHRISTT. All right. And this video right here, man, this video is from a person named Sean Kelly. Okay.
This is an ex-president.
Sean Kelly. And he have 12 million followers on Instagram. Sean Kelly, 12 million followers on Instagram. Yes, 12 million. And this is a video that he posted that somehow ended up in my timeline. And it's disheartening. It's about Barack Obama. So to social media, to Instagram, or whoever controls the, what goes on and what's being shown or what's allowed to be heard. Sean Kelly posted this about President Obama. And I'm going to let you hear it to its entirety. And then I'm going to give some commentary or react to it. But if it's not true, take it down. Okay. And if you got any comments or if you want to react or respond, if you believe it's true, if you believe it's cap, if it's fake, put it in the comments, because the engagement is what's driving the channel. The engagement is what's, got the numbers to where they are. And, the numbers are good. So we want to keep this momentum, but this is crazy. And it says remote viewer exposes President Obama. Okay. And this is the year, like Cat Williams said, a lot of truths going to come out this year. And is this one of them, or is this all fake? Check it out.
who is still operating in the underground tunnel systems and trafficking kids in Africa through orphanages. I don't really want to say the name online right now, but it's a very popular president, and he is married to a man. It was never the first lady. The chef was going to expose him because he eats children, and he was cooking and preparing these bodies and was going to expose them, and suddenly he ends up disappearing.
Is that the one that drowned?
Yes. And this whole Pizzagate scandal is going to resurface, and a lot of people are going to start seeing through all of the symbolisms. There is an ex-president.
Okay. Now, this thing got like 17 million views on his Instagram channel. His name is Sean Kelly. Sean Kelly on Instagram. This is huge for me because hope and change and, all of that fakeness. And I got another video probably we're going to check out down the road. But Dresser, I think his name is Harvey Lennox, the individual that played Dresser in 5 Heartbeats, trained Obama to be Obama. So they're saying Obama's an actor, okay, because he's from the South Side of Chicago, educated, and they basically had him train Obama, with the cadence, with the posterity and the charisma of this actor who played Dresser in one of my favorite movies, The 5 Heartbeats. And his name is Lennox. I think it's Harvey Lennox I know his name is Lennox, but, down the road. But I'm going to stay on point right now and play this video and comment on it based on what she said to make it clear. And whoever makes the decisions to take posts down or leave videos up, the ball's in your court. So if it's not true, take it down. But if this video is up in 48 hours, all hell is going to break loose.
Who is still operating in the underground tunnel systems and whatever that is. Put it in the comments if you know what it is. Trafficking kids in Africa.
And the other video, they threw Oprah under the bus. She got those programs in Africa. This thing is getting deep.
Africa through orphanages. I don't really want to say the name.
She says she don't want to say the name online right now, but watch this.
Online right now, but it's a very popular
president,
and he is married to a man.
This lady just said Michelle Obama is a man. How is this still up on the internet if Michelle Obama is not a man? I mean, like I said, I'm going to give you 48 hours, to do something about this video about Sean Kelly's page. Okay. Because he has 12 million, followers on Instagram. This video got over 17 million views. And he's saying, she just said that Barack Obama is married to a man. Now, if Michelle is not a man, can you go on record? Or if y'all just let it live, then, we're going to have to believe the internet because it's on the internet. And what happened to the misinformation and the disinformation and the fact checkers and all of that? Come on, fact check this. She said Barack is married to a man. Joan Rivers said it, that Michelle was a tranny and she was dead in a few days. Okay. And this lady is saying that Obama's chef was killed because he was cooking human flesh. I mean, come on, guys. This is a former president of the United States. If this stuff is not true, how is it allowed to be on the internet? That's my question. And if you want to know my quick, short response answer is y'all forced President Trump to sign the Epstein Transparency Act. So it had everything to do with Epstein. But it basically, if we have to allow Epstein's truths to come out, then we have to allow the other truths to come out. And is this one of those truths? Is Michelle a man?
Man, it was never the first lady. The chef was going to expose him because he eats children.
Hold up. He just said the Obama's chef was about to expose Obama because he eats human flesh. So he had the chef cooking humans? Hold up. And when when Obama was in office, it's classified. Okay. Apparently a lot of this stuff ain't classified now. So if this stuff is true, y'all go deal with the individuals that's putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate. I'm just a messenger. This hit my timeline like it hit over 17 million other people's timeline, and it's literally gone viral.
And he was cooking and preparing these bodies.
Cooking and preparing these bodies. And one thing I do know, blacks not going to believe it. Okay. And those same blacks that won't believe it are the same blacks that could care less about the Satan branch of the Democratic Party, could care less about the LBGTQ LMNOP society, because at the end of the day, they are willingly ready to go to hell, and they're mad at individuals like me who want to go to heaven.
And was going to expose them, and suddenly he ends up disappearing.
Is that the one that drowned?
Wow, this man drowned in 6 feet of water, butt naked, and was an avid swimmer. But we ain't talking about that though. Can you imagine if Trump's chef, young black chef, died at Mar-a-Lago? Could y'all imagine that? I mean, come on, man. You wouldn't let it rest, but since it's Obama, black people just, they shut up. Okay, because that post-traumatic slave syndrome, if you ain't got nothing good to say about nobody, don't say nothing at all. We don't supposed to mix church and politics. Man, bump all that. It's 2026. It's time to stand up for righteousness.
Yes. And this whole Pizzagate scandal is going to resurface. And
the Pizzagate, the Epstein files blew that out the water. It blew my mind with the Pizzagate because the Ghislaine Maxwell was in a relationship with Wasserman, and she basically said, I'm going to share you with a cheddar cheese, a Kit Kat, and baked beans. And then he didn't respond. She said, well, I guess you didn't like that combination, so you won't have to share me with a cheddar cheese, Kit Kat, or a baked bean. Okay. And then the Pizzagate thing. Remember when Ellen was at the Grammys passing out pizza? So pizza is, they say it's a pedophile thing. Okay, these people are sick, and it's time to abandon that party and let them go to hell without you. Okay.
A lot of people are going to start seeing through all of the symbolisms.
Okay, we're seeing through it because they're allowing us to see it now. Thanks to the thanks to the Epstein Transparency Act. So now they letting us see everything. It's not classified. They letting us see everything now. So just check it out.
There is an ex-president.
Listen to this.
Who is
one more time before we go.
Operating in the underground tunnel systems and trafficking kids in Africa through orphanages. I don't really want to say the name online right now, but it's a very popular president, and he is married to a man. It was never the first lady. The chef was going to expose him because he eats children, and he was cooking and preparing these bodies and was going to expose them, and suddenly he ends up disappearing.
Is that the one that drowned?
Yes. And this whole Pizzagate scandal is going to resurface, and a lot of people are going to start seeing through all of the symbolisms. There is an
Wow. I mean, they just broke into, some female shot up Rihanna's house, and all I got to say is, wow, wow, wow. I mean, my goodness. What's your thoughts? Put it in the comments. Let me know. Okay, because today is the 10th. So I'm going to give them till Thursday, for that video to be taken down. If not, then everything is out like that. It's going to get exposed because, like I said, God's people shall not perish due to the lack of knowledge. Okay. So basically in closing, then the state capitol in Minnesota, the Democratic Satan worshipers have given Tim Walz a plaque, and he put it in the state capitol. Okay. And then you had the, why I like white people, because these fearless conservatives are challenging these men in dresses, calling them sir, and, basically fearless, looking them dead in their eyes. Okay. And basically exposing their truth. And then on Sean Kelly's in closing, this brother, he posting videos, and I don't know who that lady is. I don't even know who Sean Kelly is. But all I'm saying is, if that video is still up, then we're going to have to talk about that. And you vote blue no matter who. Y'all going to be on y'all knees praying for repentance. With that being said, you have an amazing day. This is your man, Bushan Glover, signing out. Better Black America TV on YouTube, a Better Black America radio show on Facebook. Hit that like, hit that notification, hit that subscription, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.